Hello YouTube viewers, this is Dragon Sky bringing you some more Kerbal Space Program. There's a lot of videos out there already, but if you're like me, you're kind of a Kerbal junkie, so figured I'd give it a shot. See if you guys liked it, hopefully you do. I plan on doing two series, one career and one in free play, but I'm going to kind of do a role play of it. More details on that one when I start that one, which will be here shortly. Now we're going to start the career one first, so just for uh, ease, I guess, I don't know. We're just going to call it career. Change the flag though to, what do we want our flag to be? Rocket science, I like that one, let's do that one. Okay, and start. Brand new career mode. Go straight to the vehicle assembly. Now, unlike a lot of the videos out there, I'm going to show you the building process in extremely excruciating detail. Unless you guys unanimously tell me otherwise, because that is just one of my favorite parts of the game, is building. And I like to see different people's ideas and how they do it, and so I'm going to show you mine as I go. Also, we're going to try and do like a permadeath type of thing, no quick saves, except I'll be quick saving, but I'm not going to use the quick saves unless there is like a software glitch or some other funky thing happens. But if we crash a Kerbal or blow one up or whatever, we're not going to bring him back. So it's just going to be what happens, more or less. So let's get out on the launch pad and get our science from the launch pad, which you would think that the Kerbal scientists could, just drive one of those fancy buggies straight out here and do it themselves. But hey, that's all right. So it gives us more or less free science. So we're going to take a crew report from the launch pad. You record the crew's assessment of the situation. And then we're going to do an EVA. Excuse me. Just going to hop off there. And EVA report. I don't think a spacesuit was entirely necessary to get here, was it? Still gives us science, though. And take a surface sample. Surface is charred and coated with burnt rocket propellant. There are also trace amounts of a conspicuous green substance. Keep data. And we're going to reboard. And then recover. At least it's a cheap recovery, right? Right there from the launch pad. I'd also like in this, let's see, 12.9 science earned. I would also like in this career mode, one of my goals is to visit every planetary body in the solar system, or Kerbal system, have you. Just because I haven't done that yet, so I think that'd be pretty cool. So we're going to give that a shot. Going to go ahead and unlock our first one. So we have a few more parts to play with. Straight back to vehicle assembly building. Alright. Now for this next mission, I know you can basically, get into orbit, go to the moons and stuff on these early missions, but I'm not just going to go all crazy like that. We're going to, play it a little bit slower than that and hopefully still make it interesting. So, alright, science, we need a communitron. And there we go. That should work. Parachute. Goo. We're going to do one on the pad and one in flight, and we're just going to head over to the water for the first landing. So, right there. Now, I probably don't even need that much fuel or that much weight, but we're going to try that the way it is. Excuse me again, getting over a cold, that doesn't help. Alright, and always check your staging. Half the time I forget and then have to come back into the vehicle assembly building. Alright, and launch. First thing we're going to do is do one goo here on the launch pad. As soon as she finishes loading. There we go. One goo right here. Observe mystery goo. The goo doesn't seem to be doing much right now, but hey, we still get 3 science out of that. Now, let's fire it up and head over to the water. Yeah, we'll have plenty of fuel to get there. Plenty of fuel to get there. Gonna do another goo. Let's see, first let's do another crew report. Over the shores. Shores look inviting, and you watch the waves roll into the coast. I'm gonna go ahead and transmit that. Okay, do another goo. Oops. And the goo jiggles and wobbles as the craft flies. 7 science. Okay, as soon as we start dropping, we're gonna hit our parachute. And hopefully that one little chute is not going to be overloaded by this much weight. And deploy chute. I wonder if we'll get anything else for a crew report since we're out of the water now. And you record the crew's assessment of the situation. Let's go ahead and just... I don't think we have enough... Yeah, we don't have enough power to transmit that, so we'll keep data. And we'll speed it up here a little bit. Right up until... There we go. You try not to be at warp when you open your... Or when your chute opens, rather, because most of the time for me anyway, it just tears the chute right off. Which does not help for a landing that does not involve dying. Alright, Jebediah is coming in for a landing in the water. And yes, I know the orange-suited guys, they will respawn, so we are going to switch them out. I just knew that for these first 2 missions, we didn't have to worry about killing anybody. And they didn't have to worry about it either, for that matter. Excuse me again. Alright, speed her back up just a little bit. And over 10, I think we're going to lose our experiments. And we did. And it's all going to bounce around for a little bit. That's alright, we can still recover those. So I'll show you how for those of you who don't know. Since they didn't get destroyed, they're okay. Do an EVA report. Keep it. Grab and board. Oh, and he won't do it because I forgot to turn the capsule over, so it was not underwater. That's right. Recover and see what we get. .2. but I believe that's just for Jebediah. So let's go into our, yeah, this place. And recover. There we go, 8.5 science. And now if we go to debris up here in these tabs, we can collect our goo samples. Recover. Recover. 7 more science. And recover. Didn't get anything for that one because that's the one I was going to open in the water, but since it popped off, it would not allow me to. But that's alright. We've got 33 science. That'll get us a few more parts. 18 science left. Just enough for that one or that one. I think... which one do we want? Oh, that one we can't get because that's 20 science. So let's just go for that one. Give us the nose cone, the winglet, and the radial decoupler. Now let's get us some new guys in here. Wow, we've got a lot of them. Alright, let's go with Sam Gun. Enbus, that's a weird name. And Dolong. Go Dolong. Alright, let's hire those 3 guys. Back into the vehicle assembly building. And this time, I think we're going to shoot for a an orbital flight. I can't talk today, apparently. So let's get rid of that motor. We're going to leave our goo on there. Put that guy there. And we've got parachutes now. So let's give ourselves plenty of parachute power. Actually, that's just way overkill. Let's do that. There we go. That will ensure that they will not fall off. Excuse me. There we go. Now let's go with a stack decoupler. And 1, 2 tanks of that. Let's see. With that engine. Yeah, you guys will not catch me doing any calculations. 1, I just don't have the time to. And 2, it just takes too much of the fun out of it for me, sitting there doing calculations on it, so. Alright, we want that motor for the vectoring thrust. Help us steer this big sucker. And we're going to use these for the actual propulsion. There we go. I can't wait for struts and fuel lines. But that there should get us into orbit probably way too easily. Actually, that's probably overkill, but that's alright. I like overkill. And let's get our crew situated. Sorry, Jeb. And let's go with Dolong, just because his name is so funny. Oh, yep, see, I forgot to set up the staging again. That's alright, we'll get her here in a sec. Oh, he looked like he was screaming at first when he first popped on the screen. Okay, those are the correct engines. Firing first anyway. And that one needs to go down there too, and lift off. I'm not much one for countdowns, so sorry about that, everybody. Fix our staging the rest of the way. There we go, we should be good. Yeah, for this large of a rocket, it makes it really hard to control with just the torque from the capsule. That's why I used that smaller engine there, because it has thrust vectoring. Not so much for the lift, just it's nice to have that extra control. But once we drop this whole section, these 3 outers and this one, then what's left, the capsule should be able to control fairly easily. Now, in a lot of videos I've seen anyway, they tell you to keep it under 200 meters per second when you're below 10,000 meters. I find that's fairly good to go with that rule. Seems to be about the most efficient anyway. So we got to throttle down actually here. So we're already nearly at 200 meters per second. Oh yeah, we're definitely gonna hit orbit. Dolong seems slightly concerned. It's okay, buddy. I don't think you're gonna buy it on this one. Yeah, even throttled down about over 200, and we're still just now hitting 10,000 meters. So we're gonna go ahead and tilt her over and throttle back up. Come on, get back in control. Probably just gonna have to jettison that smaller engine just because it's not enough thrust. Oh yeah, we're going way out of control. Alright, let's kick off those. And that one. There we go. Get our orientation back correctly again before we lose too much speed here. This didn't work as nicely as I'd hoped. But hey, that's, again, part of the fun. There we go. I think we'll be alright yet. Let's see where we're at. Oh yeah, we're 64, 66. Oh yeah, we've got plenty of fuel to do this. And yeah, plenty. Okay, let's use a mystery goo. The goo seems to be getting very cold now. Do a crew report. You record the crew's assessment of the situation. Let's go ahead and transmit that since we get 100%. We should have time to do an EVA report. What does he say? You're starting to feel you should really get back into the ship. Love it. Okay, that'll give us 100% too, but we don't have the power to transmit that. So let's transmit it. Oh, we can't because we're not even inside the ship. Yeah, that would help. Alright. And we should go ahead and fire now again to get into orbit. Which I'm pretty sure we'll probably even be really close to making it with this stage. Pretty darn close anyway. Then we'll be light enough once we drop all this that that little engine will be plenty to push us there. If we're not already. Which I think we're not going to have to worry about because I think we will be. Oh yeah. that's still in the atmosphere, so we're going to drop this stage so our debris doesn't pile up. We'll try and keep the debris down. There we go. Now let's finish getting into orbit. Right about. There we are, in orbit. Let's do another goo. Goo seems to have clumped into a sphere. It also appears to have become brittle. 10 science for that. Do another crew report, which we can transmit. It seems we are very much in space right now. The sky seems to be mostly below us, which is a good thing if you're trying to get to space. Excuse me. Alright, we should be able to do another EVA report, I believe. You've recorded your observations about the situation. Keep data and board. Alright, and now we're going to flip over and re-enter the atmosphere. And burn. Yeah, we've got plenty of fuel. Yep, we are re-entering. We're just going to go ahead and run that fuel out. Dolong seems like he's just along for the ride. He's not smiling. Oh, wait, there he goes. Now he's happy. He's going back to the planet. Alright, as soon as we get over this land, we're going to try that last goo and see if we get anything new out of it. And we're at 76,000 meters and falling. And let's try the goo right about. Oh, now seems good. It's the same thing as the other one, but we'll keep it and just hope it works. Yeah, we are definitely coming in for a landing. Almost out of fuel. And there we go. Let's rotate it up. There we go. Can we do another crew report? Nope. Or at least it doesn't give us anything. We're going to go ahead and pop our chutes. I know they're not going to open yet, but what the hey. Alright, speed up. And for those of you who don't know, don't use time warp when your chutes. I mean, it's okay when they first come out usually. I don't have a problem with that. But when you get down to the 500 meters above the surface and they deploy fully, most of the time they just tear right off when you're in time warp. So, which is not a good thing if you're trying not to explode your vehicle or rocket or what have you. So, yeah, try to avoid that. And let's see, 7,000 meters and falling. Dolong is, I would say, slightly concerned. Slow her down and try another crew report from right here. I don't know if we'll get anything, but why not? Nope, nothing new. Okay, let's speed up. And remember, 500 meters. So we're going to slow it down before then. There we go. 85 meters a second down to 5.2. That is a nice number. Speed it back up. And we don't need them, but, you know, landing gear. I find myself, if I don't get in the habit of using it, then sometimes I forget, and it kind of sucks when you're trying to land somewhere with them. So, 142, 170, and okay, now our goos. Yep, there we go. Should stay right on the ship. There we go. Try another crew report. There we go. 2 science. We'll take it. And we'll do an EVA from the water since. Oh yeah, we did do that before, didn't we? We'll try it. Oh, there we go. Still got more, so let's take it. And we're gonna recover, or at least we're going to. Oh yeah, have to reboard. There we go. All right, what did we get for that? First orbital flight. We got 50 science. We'll take it. Go shopping. And come on. There we go. Okay, we definitely want that. It's batteries, science junior. And that's going to be most of our science, so. There we go. Alright everyone, till next time, this is Dragon Sky. Hope you enjoyed. If you did, like and comment. If you didn't, I apologize. Maybe give me some suggestions on what you'd like me to change. But everyone, have a good day. Thank you.